14 shocking ideas that actually work. We sure hope that you have a strong mind, and maybe even took a little Advil, cause this video is about to mess with your head. There's nothing complicated to be found here. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The simplicity of these ideas and designs will blow you away and have you wondering how it took so long to get these things to come into fruition. But they're here now, so sit back, relax, and be ready for a mind melting. This is Shocking Ideas That Actually Work. Number 14. Is it ready? So we all know that this one isn't all that shocking, and it actually has already hit pretty well and can be found in avocados all over the place. But the simplicity of the idea makes this so perfect, and it's a wonder that nobody ever thought of this before. No longer will you be wondering when your avocado is ready to eat, as this little sticker lays it out for you. We all know the struggle of trying to estimate when our avocados are just ripe, and this little sticker was a game changer. No more cutting open avocados too early, or on the flip side, waiting too long to cut one open. With this little creation, we now always know when these delicious fruits are ready to eat. And yes, we said fruit. Number 13. Extended outlet. Why has it taken us this long to think of something just like this? If all of our outlets had extension cords inside, we wouldn't find ourselves in the most uncomfortable positions just so that we could use our phones when they're charging. This could help us so much, with everything. Instead of having to buy a separate, hard to roll up and store extension cord, it could just be right there, built into the wall. This looks like one of those hose storage systems, where you just pull it out and use it and roll it up when you're done. Easy peasy. Number 12. What? Do you know how cool it would have been to have these blackout curtains with a cityscape on them when we were kids? In fact, they'd be super cool to have right now. They would be perfect if you work nights and need to sleep during the day, but don't like total darkness. Or maybe you're just a city lover. You could have them for a really cool fashionable look. Either way, these are awesome, and perhaps the makers should just take our money already. Taking a step back, we can't believe that we personally pay someone to cut holes in our blackout curtains to let light in. But hey, anything for a really cool product. Number 11. No more wet butts. Have you ever been out and needed to sit down, but when you approached a bench, it was soaked because you forgot it rained? Or what if you're out in the rain and need a place to sit, but the bench is wet? What do? Well, with this excellent bench, you can just rotate with the seat handle on the side until you expose the underside, which isn't wet. Say what? Yeah, it's a thing, and hopefully someday we'll see these put everywhere. Join the movement. No more wet butts. Number 10. Yes. Why did we not come up with this one sooner? We have coffee tables galore. We have tons of options for mini fridges. So why did it take us so long to combine the two? Oh no, you just sat down to watch your favorite movie, but you forgot to grab a drink. Or you grabbed one, but left it way over, like 10 feet away on the counter. Well, with this awesome fridge/table combo, you don't even have to move to get yourself a nice refreshing brewski or soda. Just pull out the drawer on the side of this super sweet table, grab yourself whatever you need, and close it back up. It's that simple. Mind is blown. Number 9. Need. Yes, we as a species, or maybe just Americans, tend to really enjoy nice long hot showers. But that always comes at a price, especially if you're in any kind of hurry. You know what we're talking about. That moment you get out of the shower and you're thinking, oh yeah, I gotta hurry. I've gotta be there in 10 minutes. And then you realize your mirror is all fogged up. You then either have to try and towel off a space for yourself to see, which typically refogs instantly, or you turn on a fan, open the door, and pray that the mirror defogs quickly. Well, with a heated section of a mirror, say goodbye to those annoying times where you can't get ready. It's really as simple as that. Boom. Number 8. Ending the crashes. Have you ever tried to ride a bike at night when there's no streetlights around? Like plenty of sidewalks cut through open spaces or parks? Or even some neighborhoods out in the boonies that don't have lights. If you have ever tried navigating those in the pitch black, especially with any type of speed, you might have found yourself off your bike, on the ground, bleeding and crying for your mama. Here's the solution. Solar-powered glowing stones that are placed into the sidewalks, so that at night, it glows. Never go face first over your handlebars and find yourself in need of a dental implant again. It's almost as though you're riding right across a sea of bioluminescent plankton, but on land. So pretty. Such a great idea. Number 7. Rideshare. Every time we find something new to tell you about, our brains experience this weird clenching, and then something like a real small explosion goes off in our heads. Boom. Mind blown once again. Why don't all Ubers, Lyfts, and taxis have this? Have you ever gotten into an Uber and just had a really awkward driver and the conversation just didn't work out the way you wanted, so you sat there and tried to act busy on your phone or whatever else? Well, this would solve the problem and give you something to talk about with the driver as well. You don't even have to play. The game or the system or the controller could be the perfect conversation starters themselves. Or you could play some Super Mario or Zelda or whatever and just hone in on that. Whatever you decide, it would be the right choice. That's what the driver put in there for the first place, right? Number 6, more outdoor seating. Well, we had a bench that rolls to expose the dry side if it were to get wet or something, but here's another awesome idea for sitting spaces in public. Look at how comfortable these hammock seats look, and try to tell us that this is a bad idea. Yeah, they probably wouldn't remain dry after it rains like the first bench, but this offers so much more comfort than a simple old bench. This is a great idea, it makes a lot of sense. Why do we have such an uncomfortable public seating, when for not much more money really, we could have some comfortable seats that would make people want to sit around and hang out more? Why do we have to hurt our butts when we're out and about, rather than let them feel the love with hammock seats like this one? We need more innovation in our public seating, and this could be the way of the future. The only problem here would be resisting the urge to take a nap. We all know that sometimes we need a little break from life, and these chairs may bring that break in the form of sleep. Number 5, shade balls. Whoa, these seem like an excellent idea. The thought behind them is that they're shade reservoirs, or any other source of drinking water from the harmful effects of sunlight and wildlife. The sun can do some pretty bad things to drinking water, from chemical reactions and bacteria growth triggered by sunlight, to contaminations by animals and dust. These balls cover over the top of our water sources and keep them nice and protected. Isn't it weird that we never considered that our drinking water should be covered when sitting inside of a reservoir? Most of us just assume it'll get filtered and run through the testing and filtered again if needed, which it does. But we really should, and do, need an extra level of protection when it comes to something we need to survive. Shade balls, bird balls, call them what you may, they're a really cool idea. Number 4, fun. Say hello to Samuel Beckett Bridge, which is located in Dublin, Ireland. Not only is this thing designed to look a lot like a harp, which is the national symbol of Ireland, but the way it lets ships pass is super cool. While most bridges will split and raise, or have sections that raise to allow ships to pass beneath, this bridge literally pivots and turns 90 degrees to let ships move right on by. What? It would be amusing to be on the bridge as it rotates, and you could run right along and race the ship. People aren't typically allowed to be on it though when it turns, for safety reasons. Though, it is still a fantastic and innovative idea for a bridge. Number 3. Everything on this list is just amazing, and we can't believe we never lived in a world without ideas like these. Look at this awesome, round, space-saving table. Now, why aren't all tables designed like this? All of the chairs literally slide perfectly underneath, taking up far less room than if they sat where an ordinary table and chair sit. The design of the table and chairs to fit together is so simplistic, so rational. We're wondering how we've survived this long with cluttered dining rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, and wherever else one may keep their table. Gotta find us a table like this. Number 2, ring. Now, this particular product is definitely on the rise for a good reason. You not only get alerted when someone is approaching your door, or being sketchy anywhere near the vicinity, but it also records them so that you can see who is at your door. The video is useful for a lot of different things. Not only to check who is outside without having to move yourself, as you get alerts and video right to your phone, but if someone messes with your stuff, you have evidence. The only problem with this is if someone in your household must make a run out to their vehicle, or even just go for a walk when others in the house are sleeping, their phones go off with alerts. But for the most part, this product is incredible for many reasons, and definitely is worth a small investment to keep your family alert and safe. Number 1, Hideki Nakayama's glass globe doorknob. This is the perfect thing to have if you have young kids in the house, but don't want to be continually popping open their door, peeking in your head, and checking in to see what they're up to. And all you have to do to see what's going on the other side of the door is just look at the knob. That way you can check on all your children and make sure that they're being safe inside their room, all without the constant checking that may feel to them unnecessary. Yes, one day they will want you to replace it with a standard doorknob, so that they don't feel like you're invading their privacy. But for while they're young, we give this 2 thumbs up. Whoa, now how many of these things blew you away? Did you know about them? Or maybe you've thought about similar things before. Tell us about it in the comments down below, and while you're at it, give this video a like. Also, make darn sure that you subscribe to our channel so that we can bring you new, amazing videos every single day. Thanks for watching.